Hey everybody, Dan Hill. I have a 2020 Lincoln Nautilus and looking to change the battery out, and I was looking on YouTube and I couldn't find anything, so I wanted to give you a quick tutorial how to do this. I've already done mine, so I'm not going to do a walkthrough step by step, but it's pretty basic, and it looks like it would be hard, but if you do it the way I did it here, not saying this is by the manual, but the way I did it is pretty easy. So I'm going to walk you through this. The tools that you're going to need is a 7mm socket, a 10mm socket, a 10mm, preferably a ratcheting wrench, a extension, and a ratchet. These can all be small ones. You don't need anything large for this. I also had a drop light that I use because it's a little easier to see in here. So this is what we have. So the battery is located back here in the back, and you can see down underneath there. There's a, I'm going to use the wrench here to point, but there's a 10mm back here in the back, right here about at the end of my wrench. 10mm. You have to. We'll get to that in a second. First thing we're going to do though is we're going to take off using the 7mm socket. We're going to take off this bolt here, which runs your air cleaner. So the air comes through the grill, comes through here and into your air cleaner box. And what we're going to do is we're going to take off this bolt here and this bolt here. They're right in the front. And then we're going to pop the air cleaner tabs here. Just pull them backwards and they'll come right off. And then we're going to pull this sensor right here. So that sensor goes inside your air cleaner box, and we're just going to take and grab the back and then just pull it straight out, and it'll come off. After you get this bolt off, that one off, and these two unhooked and this unhooked, come over here, and we're going to take off. We're not going to take it off. We're going to loosen all the way, loosen this bolt here and this one here, and it'll loosen these clamps. And then what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to pull this air cleaner cover up and then just pull it off. It'll pull straight out of these two tubes. The tubes will stay on here and you'll be able to put it back really easily. No problem. And then the next thing you're going to have to do is down. You'll see this when you're in there. After you get this off, you'll be able to lift off the bottom of the housing. So down here, it's going to be connected to this piece here. There's a housing underneath your cover. Just pull that straight up and it'll come straight up and off. There's no other bolts except for this one and the one on the other side. And what that is going to do for you is going to clean up the whole front end here, and you'll be able to take off a bolt down here underneath this wire. So underneath this wire right here in the back, and I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it. My hand's probably in the way. There's a 10mm bolt down there, and what it does, that's a bracket that holds your battery down. So take that off, and then underneath the red cap is your positive. This side, 10mm again, loosen this and take this off. What I like to do then is I like to put a towel around this positive and tuck it up under here out of the way so it doesn't come back. But with that towel around it and this thing around the towel, it'll keep anything from touching this. And it's just a precaution I like to take. Take this bolt, this nut off right here, and this will loosen up. Take it off. Then you'll be able to grab your handle for your battery and pull it straight forward. So just pull it straight out and it'll give you access to the same terminal. It's on top in the back, but this terminal here in the back, it'll give you access to it, and you'll be able to take that 10mm off there, and then you'll be able to lift the whole thing off. And by then you'll know how to put it back together. You're gonna start with setting the battery in here, putting the negative on, sliding it through the back, and then putting the positive on and putting the positive back together. Tighten it down, and you can put it all back together. Put these down, and then the next thing you'll do, this is going backwards now, is put on that bracket that holds the battery down. So put that back on, but you want to take that completely off when you're taking it off, because when you slide this forward, you don't want that in the way. Put the battery bracket back on, and then you're going to move up and you're going to put the base to your air cleaner on. And how you do that is put it halfway down there and then tighten these up. Put these on and tighten them down about halfway. And what you're looking for is you're looking for these little tabs on the side to be all the way seated down on both sides, because if you don't, you're not going to have the air matched up with the intake on this side. So you want to make sure this is well seated, but you have to work this and the base down when you're putting it back on at the same time. You can't just put the base in and these are going to line up, because it's going to be crooked. And it doesn't sit in there absolutely straight. As you can see, this is kind of tilted forward. So make sure that you're not trying to have it straight, because it's not going to go in straight because this is tilted. So you get the base in, and then you can hook your sensor back up. Go ahead and finish tighten these two bolts down. Hook your sensor back up and tighten, put these back in, the tubes, and then tighten those back down. And then put your clips back on. And that's it. It sounds like a lot, but basically you're taking this off, that, these two, and the bracket down here, the whole thing slides right out. Put the new one in, do it backwards. Should take you 30 minutes or so. I hope this helps, and we'll talk to you soon.